As a fiscally responsible Democrat, one of the more progressive areas that I believe we need to look at for our criminal laws deals with sentencing reform, and especially prescription drug trafficking. We did a fine job in this state addressing the supply side for this prescription drug epidemic, going after the people operating and pushing these pill mills. But what we didn't address was the population who was seeking out the oxycodone and the hydrocodone that these pill mills were pushing. So we have a bill this year, HB 99. We create two new offenses, one for trafficking in hydrocodone and trafficking in oxycodone. And why is this so important? I bet most people don't realize that an individual who maybe undergoes back surgery and gets addicted to hydrocodone, typically a doctor gives you a prescription for 30 pills following surgery. Let's say for whatever reason you become addicted to that, you get your hands on some illegal hydrocodone to help feed that addiction. 7 hydrocodone pills get you 3 years in state prison. 7 pills. Now we're looking at the average incarceration cost in state prison, let's say roughly $20,000 per year per inmate. That's mighty expensive for a 3-year sentence for 7 hydrocodone pills. So we recalibrate those thresholds and we make sure that we're not sending first-time, low-level prescription drug offenders to these lengthy 3-year prison terms. That bill is expected to save taxpayers about $46.1 million in capital and operating costs over 5 years. And I think that's a great way to begin addressing the problems with the demand side for our state's prescription drug problem and help make sure that we can capture these low-level drug offenders and divert them to our drug courts and the substance abuse treatment where they can actually get help before they become a threat to society or to themselves.
What you're doing, I assume, is giving more discretion to judges to make some of those decisions.
We actually do not give that discretion to judges, and part of the beauty in working in this process is making sure that I can reach consensus and get the support of both our Attorney General, law enforcement, public defenders, the prosecutors, and in doing so we recognized that judicial discretion wasn't the issue, that we needed to still send a message that people ought not be possessing, trafficking, manufacturing, or selling illegal prescription drugs. And so by raising those thresholds, we're able to go after the bad guys and make sure that law enforcement spends their time prosecuting those bad actors and offenders who help get our young teenagers and college kids hooked on these prescription drugs. We want to be able to spend our time going after the real problem in this state, and those are the people who are trafficking large quantities of pills.